We are the UW A&A TLG Capstone group, and we have been studying 2D high-endurance airfoils that are resistant to contamination. Why is airfoil design so important? Beyond just airplanes, airfoils have many applications and are also used on helicopters, boats, race cars, and windmills. By improving on current designs to make contamination-resistant high-endurance airfoils, fuel costs and environmental impact can be significantly reduced. For example, over the last decade, fuel consumption has accounted for roughly 20 to 30% of airline expenditure worldwide. A major aspect of our design focus is to reduce the effects of contamination. Contamination can drastically reduce the performance of a wing, making an aircraft dangerous to fly and less efficient. In fact, a study showed that erosion, which consists of damage to an airfoil, can result in a 53% reduction in lift and a 314% increase in drag. This means there is a huge space for improvement in airfoil performance when contaminated that could lead to massive fuel savings or increases in efficiency. Our goal was to modify two existing airfoils provided to us to improve their endurance performance when contaminated. We followed two design pathways for each airfoil: CAD Design and Inverse Design using Xfoil. CAD Design pathway consisted of adding only external modifications to an airfoil in SolidWorks. The goal of this design process was to come up with a cheap and easy modification that could be added to an existing wing to improve its performance, for example by retrofitting a new leading edge. The inverse design pathway consisted of using Xfoil to completely redesign the airfoils for better performance by modifying the pressure distribution and basic airfoil geometry. Our overall goal is to provide two possible modifications: a complete redesign of a wing, as well as a cheaper modification, both of which provide improved endurance when an airfoil is contaminated. For example, the 18% thickness inverse designed airfoil, called the 718, that we have currently developed has better endurance performance at high lift both when uncontaminated and contaminated compared to the original airfoil. The impact of this research extends to all corners of aerodynamics. More fuel-efficient aircraft are cheaper and have less impact on the environment, since aviation contributes 2.4% to all CO2 output worldwide. Reducing effects of contamination also makes planes safer, as it is dangerous to fly if the lift and drag of an aircraft are changing due to contamination without the pilot's knowledge. We can also improve the efficiency of airfoils used in applications such as propulsion or wind turbines. Understanding the effect of contamination on airfoils will also be very important for implementation of future high-altitude, long-endurance vehicles. Improving the endurance of contaminated airfoils is a very high-value problem that can potentially unlock huge improvements in safety and efficiency.